guys, can you hear me? This is Priyank Jain from Leverage Edu. In this session today, I'm going to spend some time talking about various career options after doing your post-graduation, graduations or MBA studies from UK. What I'll basically talk about is whether you should consider doing your post-graduation or graduation from UK. Why should you consider it, and what are the various career opportunities after you've done your studies in UK? Uh, before I get into and before I jump into straight away the career part of it, I'll also spend some time on how you should be thinking about this question of whether you want to kind of pursue your higher education from abroad, specifically UK or not. So I think to start with, the question you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to kind of do any post graduation, whether it's an MBA, whether it is MSc Finance, Computer Science. Why is it that you want to pursue your master's degree or a degree from UK? And what are you expecting specifically from the program? So usually if I talk about various students that we manage here, or in general as well, people consider doing their masters or MBA from for four different reasons. One is when they are looking to kind of accelerate their career. So they're already working at some place, and they are looking to kind of get accelerated growth there. Fast track promotions, change of functions. So this is what something they are looking at when they are want to do their masters or MBA. Second reason is, and specifically this holds true specifically for an MBA, people who are looking to change their sectors or industry. So if people who are working in some of the traditional sectors like telecom, oil and gas, industrial manufacturing, and are looking to make a move in sectors, new age sectors like edtech, consumer internet, fintech, ITS services. So that is where they consider doing an MBA, which increases their chance of kind of make that transition much more simple. The third thing that people specifically want to do their MBA or master's program is when they want to pursue entrepreneurship. And again, this is also mostly true for MBA. People who want to kind of use this opportunity to network across network across the course program, tenure program. That is when, and that is why one of the reasons why they are looking to kind of do their MBA from UK. Coming back to what are the different career options, if you've attended Digvijay's session yesterday, I'll just recap that session by kind of in just the next 10 seconds by saying UK is one of the hottest destinations for study abroad programs right now, and one of the primary reasons for that is the 1 year education, 1 year master's degree, be it MBA or any other master's, as compared to, let's say, 2 years here in India, 2 years in Canada or in USA. So that distinguishes UK from any other place. One other advantage is the post-study work visa that they have approved for international students, which makes it a little easier for Indian students or international students to kind of do their studies in UK and then use those 2 years to find a relevant job, find a relevant career, and find a relevant a work opportunity. So that earlier was 4 to 6 months. That has now been extended to 2 years. 2 years is a pretty long time where you can kind of spend a lot of time figuring out what you want to do, what you like to do, and then making a career out of it. And the other reason definitely is The After, especially after post Brexit, uh, it's UK has been signing up new trade agreements with all of the countries, and the job opportunities there are going to increase manifold. So those are three reasons why UK is becoming a hotspot for master's education, MBA, or higher education for students who are looking to pursue their education from abroad. Uh, coming back to um, Coming back to the career options that you have in UK. So what makes UK tick compared to, let's say, India or USA or any other country is it's a world recognized. So the education is world recognized there, and so the the pedagogy that they follow, the the uh, the curriculum is very well recognized everywhere in the world. So it just makes it easier for you, if you pursue your education from UK, to kind of get a job not just in UK but in the entire European Union, USA, or India as well. So that is one of the biggest factors that makes UK tick compared to let's say India or even Canada. So the other reason is UK is making, or UK is attracting a lot of new age businesses, especially after Brexit, to set up their shops in UK. A lot of startups have been encouraged. Their policies has been kind of created to kind of uh, give them benefits to set up their head offices, to set up their units, set up their offices in UK out of European Union. So that is, again, they are banking a lot on their liberal trade policies, their the policies to attract these new age businesses to set up their shops in UK. Uh, Now UK traditionally has been very strong in all the traditional careers like finance or like consulting. So if I talk about if I talk about career in finance specifically, and I think the way I want to talk about for the next 15 to 20 minutes is I want to take specific streams and then probably spend 5 7 minutes talking about those streams, the opportunities that you have in those streams in UK after pursuing your education. So if I talk about finance to start with, UK traditionally has been very strong and house of some of the biggest names, some of the biggest global banks, some of the biggest global private equity firms, venture capitalist firms that operate out of there. So the names like Royal Bank of Scotland, Barclays Capital. So all of these have their bases in UK, and it makes a person who is doing their MBA or master's education from any of these places, it just makes it easier to land a job there or to start a career there. A lot of new age fintech companies, which closely align themselves with all these financial services firms, have also started to kind of set up shops there. And the average salary is between 30,000 to 40,000 pounds on an annual basis, which is usually, even if I talk about, even if I compare that to India and talk about in a purchasing power PPP terms, so it's usually 40 to 45% higher from what a person would earn here. Uh, uh, the programs in UK also are much more focused about teaching those courses or inculcating those new things in their MBA programs or Masters in Finance program. So more and more dependence on technology, the influx of the new consumer behavior around adopting all these new financial products. So if I talk about the programs in some of the top universities in UK, like University of Edinburgh, Manchester, Strathclyde, they spend they spend considerable amount of time to kind of go along with students to kind of make them aware about these new businesses, managing businesses there, and how all these businesses are changing the traditional way of doing a business. So that is about finance. And when I'm talking about the career prospects, it's not just the starting salary or the freshers. The jobs are there for freshers, but even for the mid to director level executives, the opportunities are great, and that is why we see so many people kind of applying to MBA in UK. UK anyway is a house of universities like Oxford, Cambridge. But even when even you move beyond these universities, there are a lot of good universities that offer these programs and that offer these uh, uh, courses, which makes it very lucrative for you to kind of make a career in finance. Moving to kind of and talking about a career in engineering, software development. I So there as well, UK has started to pay special attention or focus on including all these course curriculum and content around mobile web development, mobile app development, uh, uh, user interface, user design, programming languages. So, in including all of in kind of including all of these uh, areas in their STEM education. So, if I talk about some of their masters program in computer science in some of the top colleges, so University of Bristol has a very good program for computer science. University of Exeter again has a very good program in computer science. So all these make you aware about the know-how of all these functions, not just about and they spend time to make you practically aware about these new technologies, about these new programs. How do you kind of make use of those programs while you are working? And most of the businesses, most of the industries, most of the companies kind of uh, spend a lot of time hiring from these institutes, making it easier for recruiters to kind of it makes it easier for recruiter to kind of recruit from all these institutes. So if I talk about career prospects in specifically software engineering and engineering technology jobs, so a lot of, like I said in the beginning, a lot of startups, a lot of technology startups, consumer internet startups are mushrooming out of UK, not just because the kind of consumer market that they want to serve just is limited to UK, but UK is a very exciting UK right now is in a very exciting place to be, to kind of serve consumers in the entire European Union. Uh, if I kind of now move on and talk about career prospects uh, in UK after doing your post graduation, specifically in marketing, or your program in marketing, your masters in marketing. So it's again it's again make it a lot easier for you to learn those new concepts, apply them, and use them everywhere in this new company. So moving on from some of the business education to more technical education. I think we've already talked about some of the options and the career prospects that we have. I Just to kind of round up, the average salary for a computer science graduate in UK is somewhere around 40 to 45,000 pounds on an yearly basis. So that's roughly comparable to what a business graduate or a business major makes in UK. Uh, Jumping on to some of the probably low or less heard of programs like culinary arts or sports management. So UK again offer immense opportunities, not just in terms of studies, but so for these programs, but also the job opportunities after these programs, you'll hardly find a good college or university where you can study culinary arts or sports management. I think a lot of so it makes a student who is passionate about making a career in these niche fields find it very kind of find it very rewarding to kind of study these courses from UK and then have a job or have a career which offer that opportunities in UK itself. So if I talk about some of the courses in culinary arts and some of the colleges that offer these courses, there are some of the colleges like Birmingham City which offer good courses in culinary arts. A lot of Michelin star restaurants are based out of UK, which makes it easier for you to do your apprenticeship or internship in UK after doing a few of these courses. Similarly, sports management, sports psychology is one area which is picking up not just in UK but the entire globe. And again, the diversity that UK university offers around these some of these courses makes it a lot more interesting for a student to learn about them and to kind of apply this knowledge at their workplaces. An average salary in most of these niche courses, starting salary is obviously low, but an average salary goes up to about 20 to 25,000 pounds on an yearly basis when you start your. But again, like I said, you'll hardly find any good college or university offering you a niche course in India, and more so the career prospects of after that. So you'll have a hard time finding a good apprenticeship probably, let's say after doing your education from culinary arts in some place anywhere else than UK. Cool. If there are no more if there are no questions, I'll just wrap this session, guys, by kind of breaking some of the myths that are around studying or pursuing higher education abroad, and probably UK is the finest example which breaks those myths. Some of the myths like you cannot apply to a good college, you cannot get into a good university without giving exams like GRE, GMAT, IELTS is definitely not true, especially in the case of UK. There are a lot of good universities even which would rank in top 70 or 80 US QS rankings, which makes it easier for you to kind of get them into without even GMAT, GRE or IELTS. Some of the universities like University of Edinburgh or Bristol, Strathclyde do not have a mandatory requirement for GMAT or GRE. Uh, another huge myth around UK education being expensive, and Tushar, when he'll come tomorrow, he'll talk about in detail what are the how does the cost of education looks like. But one of the great myths is around it's very expensive to study in UK. You can pursue your education for as low as 8 to 10 lakh rupees. Some of the universities like University of Teesside, University of Hull, do have certain courses which you can pursue for even 10 lakh rupees. Again, probably if we'll be here tomorrow as well, Tushar is going to talk about more around that. Another myth which I was just trying to kind of bust through this session, it's not easy to find a job in UK, especially after education. There are tons of job opportunities. There are UK is just making it easier for startups to set up their businesses there. It is encouraging entrepreneurship like anything, and is in need for skilled workers. So that is another myth, and that is why they have made their immigration policies one of the most liberal ones for students, offering a post-study work visa of 2 years. So that just makes you rethink and relook if you are really keen to kind of pursue your education from abroad and specifically UK. So I'll just wrap this up here. Again, see you here tomorrow again at 6 p.m. Tushar is going to talk about cost options and costing for studying in UK. I think you can get all those details around what does it usually cost to for living expenses, tuition fees, everything in tomorrow's session. So until then, see you. Bye bye. Have a good evening.